Right now on weekend mornings, as flames swept through Hawaii to an unimaginable size, a Sun Prairie family witnessing it all. Armand Rahman has their story. Plus, look up to the skies tonight as a meteor shower makes its way past Earth. An expert explain how it happens this half hour.
After a stormy Friday night, we're looking at a quiet and dry Saturday, but we do have more rain on the way. I'll break down when to expect that rain and how cool it'll be to start next week.
Good morning. It is August 12th, 2023. I'm Kyle Pazorski here with Greg Barner. It is 8 o'clock on your Saturday. Greg, how are you doing today?
Not too bad.
Coming up on football season for high school. It's going to be good weather outside.
You can't beat the last couple weeks of temperatures. We haven't had the hot, humid conditions, which typically are for August. We've had the State Fair, which has had some great weather too. So we can't beat it, but there might be some signs of some hot temperatures coming down the road. We'll get to that later. But overall, we're looking at mid-60s right now for most area, upper 60s, low 60s to go further north with that light northwest wind. Really right now, we don't have any, if my clicker can work, there we go. We still got some fog issues around just south of Eau Claire area to Marshfield and then the Wisconsin River area too, where they've seen some improvement. There's all the reports we had of wind. The hail is in blue. Most of it's a wind, and obviously north of La Crosse to west of Eau Claire is where most of the reports came in as the thunderstorms. Overall, good amount of rain for some areas, up to 1 to 2 inches in certain areas, especially north and west of Eau Claire. That's the good news with the drought situation going on. Big picture shows all that action is actually well to the south now as we zoom in. Generally clear skies right now and really nothing upstream to indicate that we're going to have any type of action today. As you look at overall cloud cover, very thin out there with just a few cirrus. Overall plan today, we'll get up into the upper 70s, low 80s for Madison. Same story for La Crosse too, mid 80s. Once again, very quiet conditions to be expected for today. And as we go on and plan and what we're going to look at ahead in next weather is we do have the rain coming back for Sunday night, and then we have some cooler temps coming next week. We'll break all that down later in the broadcast.
Thank you so much, Craig. We'll check back in just a bit. The U.S. and Wisconsin state flags will be ordered to fly at half-staff today to honor a fallen Marine from Verona. 19-year-old Lance Corporal Tanner J. Kaltenberg was one of 3 Marines who were found dead inside a car at a North Carolina gas station this past month. All 3 were stationed at Camp Lejeune and died of carbon monoxide poisoning. Kaltenberg was a graduate of Verona Area High School and had been on active duty since May of 2021. He'll be laid to rest today with a funeral service at Verona Area High School beginning at 1 o'clock. Janesville police say a stabbing took place west of downtown last night. This all happening in the 1300 block of Laurel Avenue. A Rock County dispatcher says the stabbing was first reported around 6:45 p.m. on Friday night. Police cleared the area shortly after our news crew arrived on scene and didn't provide any information on who was stabbed or if the alleged attacker was caught. Those are the only details known at this time. Please stay with channel3000.com for any new information as we get it. One of the biggest stories nationwide this past few days has been the wildfire burning in Maui. The flames that swept through ripped people from their homes and families apart. That was almost true for a local family who was there as the fire grew to an unimaginable size. Armand Rahman shares their story.
In the last full day, things started to change very rapidly.
The winds were really bad overnight and the power had gone out.
So Bill and Carrie Ancio drove from their condo just north of Lahaina south to the nearest area with power to get gas, leaving their 3 teenage kids for what was supposed to be a quick trip.
Huge power poles, swinging and power lines swinging in the wind. It was a little scary just getting to the gas.
There were literally coconuts falling from the trees.
On their way back, traffic stopped. They slept in their van overnight and woke up to a closed highway and a harsh realization.
The situation had gotten much worse, obviously, and that's when the main fire happened in Lahaina. And we knew that we wouldn't be able to get back to the kids after about 48 hours.
They were able to text their kids, but that doesn't stop a parent's worry.
What we keep hearing is how fast the fire progressed. It was very difficult. And our kids are teenagers. They're very smart and they had some money, but they were running out of food at their condo and running out of cash.
They told them to grab what they needed and catch a charter bus to the Kahului airport where they could meet.
And they jumped into action and started doing all of that and told us it'll be all right, we will get there.
That bus taking the kids right behind the path of destruction through Lahaina.
Literally 24 hours earlier, we had been there and they saw what had happened. And we're pretty shaken up by it. There were people that were in that traffic jam in Lahaina who couldn't escape their cars. They died in their cars from the fire.
For the family, relief was waiting for them at the airport Thursday.
I asked Carrie, which one are you going to hug first? And she looked at me like, are you crazy? I'm hugging all of them at the same time.
However, their flight to Madison got pushed to Saturday.
But then we were facing the prospects of sleeping in our van as a family of 5.
But the community at home also had their back. Our Charlotte DeLeste has a friend who lives on Maui.
Charlotte reached out to that family and they graciously offered to host our family for 2 nights, having that aloha spirit.
The aloha spirit that will now have to stay with the people of the island as they try to put their lives back together.
And we get to get on a plane in another day or so and leave all of this and get back to our home in Wisconsin. But of course, we'll be thinking about them and, hoping the best and doing what we can, I guess.
That was Armand Rahman reporting. The Red Cross of Wisconsin has sent volunteers to Hawaii and says more may be needed. You can head to their website to find out how to help. The U.S. Food and Drug Administration issued a warning Friday for certain products that test for pregnancy, urinary tract infections, ovulation, and other conditions. The manufacturer Universal Meditech Inc. has stopped all operations and is no longer providing support for the test. The company has recalled undistributed tests, but not those that are already in the hands of consumers. The FDA advises anyone with the test to throw them away as they may not be safe and effective. The tests may have been distributed under brand names such as AC&C, Healthier Wiser, Home Health US, and Prestige Biotech. This weekend could be a good one for anyone interested in outer space activity. The Perseid meteor shower is hitting its peak viewing thanks to minimal light reflecting back from the moon. The Perseid meteors are visible each year around this time. Director of UW Space Place, James Lattis, says it takes place when the Earth's orbit intersects with a debris field left behind by a comet named Swift-Tuttle.
As the Earth intersects that swarm of debris, those particles pass into the Earth's atmosphere at really high speed and burn up, and we see a meteor up in the atmosphere when we're looking overhead. So the frequency of those things comes up real fast as we pass through that swarm at the same time every year.
Lattis says the best time to view it is from midnight through the early morning. Of course, it is also recommended to find a dark field outside of any artificial light. The Perseid meteor shower ends on September 1st, which is the meteorological start of the fall season. We're less than 2 weeks away from when the top Republican presidential contenders will meet in Milwaukee for their first debate. Some of Wisconsin's big-name Republicans are expected to be there, including former Governor Scott Walker. Political reporter Will Keneally reports on what Walker is offering to the candidates as they prepare for the debate stage.
They got to come in and be themselves, not just rehearse punchlines that they're going to use, but actually be able to respond and react to both the moderators and to the other candidates.
Former Governor Scott Walker knows the presidential debate stage well. He was on it just 8 years ago when he ran for president in 2015.
We don't need an apprentice in the White House. We have one right now.
Now out of elected office, Walker is working with his conservative youth advocacy group, Young America's Foundation, to help produce the debate.
For us, it's really about connecting younger voters. We actually had Fox News, will be the broadcast lead on this, come to our national college conference and film students there. Take questions that they would like to hear from the candidate.
The question remains, though, just which candidates will be on the debate stage. Former President Donald Trump has kept political observers in waiting over whether he will make an appearance in Milwaukee. Walker says, let's have him.
I think he should come. I think he's a prize fighter, and a prize fighter belongs in the ring defending his title. And I actually think that if I were advising him, I'd tell him to go because I've seen him firsthand. The way he was in those first couple debates when I stood next to him. This guy took charge. He basically took over the debate, not only from the other candidates, but from the moderators.
A strong performance by Trump could set the tone for the primary, but another candidate with a good performance could go a long way, while these lesser-known figures are trying to introduce themselves to voters.
On the flip side, if he doesn't come, somebody else, whether it's Ron DeSantis or one of the other candidates, has a really shining performance, that could end up opening the door towards that person making up some ground on the president.
That was Will Keneally reporting. His interview with Walker was part of a longer interview he did with the former governor, which you can see this Sunday on For the Record, airing on WISC Channel 3 after Face the Nation here in Madison. Still ahead, we have your Eye on Consumer report looking at July's increase in the Consumer Price Index. Plus, you're taking a live look outside. Greg has your full forecast just ahead.
Your digital source for local news and info for 25 years. Channel 3000.
Looks like they finally got rid of that trip hazard. They pump it full of mud?
It ain't mud, Jack.
Where are the patched holes? Where's the splashed mud?
It ain't mud, Jack.
Concrete lifting technologies can quickly raise and level any concrete surface using cutting-edge foam technology made in Wisconsin. Fast and accurate and eco-friendly.
How did those guys do it? Where are the holes? Where's the mud?
It ain't mud, Jack.
.com.
Wherever you go, wherever you stay, all you need is one key. Earn and use rewards across Expedia, Hotels.com, and Vrbo.
When your travel adventure is more of a misadventure, it matters where you stay.
And here's some warm DoubleTree cookies.
DoubleTree by Hilton. Hilton for the stay.
Hello, I'm Mike Lindell, and I'm here to tell you about my brand new product, My Slippers. What makes My Slippers different from those other slippers is my exclusive 4-layer design. I wanted My Slippers to have everything you'd ever want in a pair of slippers.
When I first put my slippers on, I was like, wow, they feel great, and most importantly, they have the support that I need in a pair of slippers.
I'm interrupting this commercial to let you know we're having the biggest My Slipper closeout sale ever. Get our all-season My Slippers and sandals at clearance prices. They're made with our patented impact gel that absorbs and releases pressure so you can comfortably wear them all day long. So go to mypillow.com or call the number on your screen. Use your promo code to get our all-season My Slippers, originally on sale for $59.98, now only $25, or our sandals for just $19.50. Quantities are extremely limited, so please order now.
At Foster Funeral and Cremation Services, we honor legacies. Let us take care of the arrangement so you can focus on saying goodbye. Veteran-owned and operated. Experience exceptional care and affordable service with Foster Funeral and Cremation Services.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Yeah, we're going to have precipitation coming here, more rain chances coming, but for today it'll be dry, but we do have showers, maybe a shower or two north of Eau Claire. Better chances probably coming late tomorrow. But then really it's Sunday night into Monday when most of the rain will fall. We do have an opportunity midweek too, but that doesn't look as promising as Sunday night, Monday. Temperatures seasonal. We'll have definitely a fall-like Monday, near average temperatures for the rest of the week. Starts to warm up next week, even signs that we might approach 90 for the following week. Something to keep in mind. Of the latest drought monitor was some couple days ago. Really still the conditions have not changed much for southern Wisconsin. Not as bad as you go up towards Eau Claire in those areas, and then further west towards Austin, we still got that. This does not reflect the rain that we recently had. So we'll see if that definitely makes a change as we come towards next week. Rainfall for this next system is looking actually pretty promising up to the north. 1 to 2 inches probably in Eau Claire towards just west of Minneapolis. A little bit less as you go further south, but still overall a lot of areas are going to pick up at least a ½ inch to as much as maybe 2 inches with the Sunday night through Monday timeframe with the system coming through. There's a few little showers you see here this afternoon, this evening, mainly up to the north of Eau Claire. Won't be too much of a problem. Then we're going to track the low that's coming down through Montana. That's the one that's going to deepen as it gets into South Dakota as we go through tomorrow. Start spreading a few showers tomorrow, but really it's once it gets closer here and wraps up, you can see that batch of moisture come across basically Sunday night into Monday. Then we'll see just some wraparound showers as it kind of lingers through Monday. Could be just an all-day type of rain or just cloudy and cool conditions through the afternoon and evening hours. Once that passes, we should see dry conditions for a little bit. The second system kind of dives south. You can see it. It'll be like a Wednesday, Thursday type system. Not as impressive, but there's an opportunity for showers or storms coming probably Wednesday night to Thursday, along with some cooler temperatures behind it once again with this northwest flow that we're still kind of persisting. All the heats should stay down to the south, at least for the next week or so. The good news with this system, with all the severe weather, the slight risk that's well south, even marginal, doesn't really touch us as too much. That could change, but I think the best thought for severe weather should be to the south of the system. Overall, if we look at today, we're not going to see much of any of that. We'll see this afternoon that few showers I mentioned up near Marshville, Eau Claire areas. Most other areas will just see some afternoon cloud cover, light northwest winds. Tonight, we'll see generally clear skies. We'll see cloud cover come in late. There still could be some patchy fog in certain areas. It depends how fast this cloud cover gets overhead. By the time you wake up and towards mid-morning, we'll start seeing high clouds thicken. Then we'll start to see a shower or a sprinkle maybe in the afternoon. A lot of this probably won't reach the ground, but we might see some of that, especially as you go north and west of Eau Claire. Then as we get towards the afternoon and evening hour, we're going to start seeing it spread across the area, especially towards Sunday evening. Showers and thunderstorms becoming more just widespread or steady rain as we get towards Eau Claire. And then most of the area, you'll see that overnight Monday into, Sunday night into Monday, with it becoming widespread, especially, I think, as we go towards the morning commute for Monday as we see that. Overall, look at the 7 to 10 day forecast. There's your cool Monday with barely reaching 70 at both locations. We dry out temporarily. We got another chance for rain midweek. And then as we go on to La Crosse, similar story. Midweek looks like another chance of rain. And then next weekend, you start to see the upper 80s and 90s. Unfortunately, we're still in August, so those can come around and we might be seeing those come back in the picture again. But for this weekend, we're not going to see that.
Greg, it was on this day in 1939 when The Wizard of Oz premiered in Oconomowoc. Luckily, we didn't get anything like that last night.
No.
We're still in Wisconsin.
We're still in Wisconsin. We still have severe weather for probably through September, but we were fortunate last night. A lot of it was just some strong winds, some rainfall, but nothing that was tornadic in nature.
Cool. Thank you so much, Greg. It's the end of an era for a popular discount retailer. Christine Lazar has that story and the encouraging news hiding in July's inflation report in this week's Eye on Consumer.
The Consumer Price Index rose 3.2% year over year in July. The Bureau of Labor Statistics blamed the uptick on housing costs, but economists say cooling numbers across a range of things, including airfare and used cars, are encouraging. There's hope modest core prices, which exclude volatile food and energy costs, could help convince the Federal Reserve to pause on additional rate hikes next month. One thing not reflected in July's report, those heat-driven higher gas prices. We may see that weigh on the next reading in September. For the first time ever, Americans have surpassed $1 trillion in credit card debt. Numbers this week from the New York Federal Reserve show total credit card balances shot up by $45 billion in the second quarter. A recent Bankrate.com report found 54 million Americans have been carrying credit card debt for at least a year, facing the twin challenges of inflation and high interest rates. Overall household debt has risen by nearly $3 trillion since the end of 2019, before the pandemic. And all Christmas tree shops are closing up shop for good. Saturday is the last day of business for the popular bargain retailer. It comes just 3 months after the company filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy. At its peak, the chain operated 82 brick-and-mortar stores in 20 states. And that's your Eye on Consumer. I'm Christine Lazar, CBS News, Los Angeles.
Coming up next, we take a look at a film festival hitting some historic venues in Stoughton this weekend. Plus, there's several new shows and movies to check out for those staying inside. Our Will Loper shares his picks in 3 things to watch when we return.
Subway's now slicing their meats fresh. That's why Subway's preferred by this champ and his future champ. And if we prefer it, we know you'll prefer it too. He's cocky for a 19-year-old.
Looks like you've been sleeping well.
Megan, he's back. The My Pillow guy.
And you're looking good.
Still feeling good.
Well, just when you thought it couldn't get any better, we've got the best pillow ever, My Pillow 2.0. I'm interrupting this commercial to let you all know that you have made MyPillow 2.0 a huge success. And because of your amazing support, we've expanded MyPillow's USA manufacturing and jobs. To make room for this, we're clearing out our Percale bed sheets. And to thank you, I'm giving them to you at closeout prices. King size, only $39 a set. Queens, $35 a set. Full size, $29, and twin size, just $25. So go to mypillow.com or call the number on your screen. Use your promo code to take advantage of this once-in-a-lifetime offer. Get these MyPillow bed sheets now. Once they're gone for good.
We're the Packers Scratch Game crew, bringing back Packers Scratch Games for you. The pack is back. New Scratch Games are here. With 4 season tickets you could win for a year. There's instant cash prizes and other bonus drawing surprises.
Packers Scratch Games are back with instant cash prizes up to $30,000 and a bonus drawing for 4 season tickets for 1 year. Prices range from $1 to $10. Available now at all Wisconsin lottery retailers.
We're not kidding. Somebody will be winning 4 season tickets for a year.
We wanted to be able to enjoy all 4 seasons, and patio enclosures helped us make that dream come true.
The one and only patio enclosures.
Here's your parachute. Packed it myself.
Certain it's okay?
Mm-hmm.
Are you 4imprint certain?
Certainty matters, like the certainty of congratulating coworkers or saying thank you for being a customer with promotional products from 4imprint. Our expert team is dedicated to making your satisfaction a certainty.
Packed it myself.
Land the perfect products at 4imprint.com.
4imprint, for certain. When migraine strikes, you're faced with a choice. Ride it out with the trade-offs of treating or push through the pain and symptoms. With Ubrelvy, there's another option. 1 dose works fast to eliminate migraine pain. Treat it anytime, anywhere, without worrying where you are or if it's too late. Do not take with strong CYP3A4 inhibitors. Allergic reactions to Ubrelvy can happen. Most common side effects were nausea and sleepiness. Migraine pain relief starts with you. Ask about Ubrelvy. Learn how AbbVie could help you save.
Yeah, the good news is the fog that was out there is beginning to shrink. Those areas that we had near the Wisconsin River and up to the north near Marshville, everything has started to improve. Still some pockets, but overall looking pretty good. Overall, nice day. We may still have some fog tonight. Showers or storms late tomorrow. Looks like Sunday night and Monday night's the best chance. Could be an all-day rain Monday or just off and on. Cool and then dry Tuesday. Low 80s, upper 70s to the north to the low 80s south. Pretty typical temperatures for this August. Tomorrow, a little cooler up to north just because the cloud cover starts moving in and rain towards Red Wing towards late in the day, so that's why it's not as warm. Otherwise, your wet and cool conditions Monday lead to drier with another chance for midweek precipitation. And it looks like we might get into a warming trend towards next weekend, maybe coming back to the 90s as we get towards the end of next weekend or the following work week. Otherwise, it should be a pleasant and dry weekend.
Thank you, Greg. Today is day 2 of the Sogo Film Festival, hitting some historic venues in Stoughton. Sogo is an independent film festival aimed to provide a platform for filmmakers to show their work and create a community of film lovers. In contrast to other film festivals, the creator has chosen not to charge an entry fee, which they believe has helped to grow the festival in now its 2nd year.
In the 2nd year, we've actually had the opportunity to invite more filmmakers to come in and showcase their work. So the success of the 1st year has really kind of paved the way for others to go ahead and want to showcase their work. They've learned of the festival, they've learned of this community, they want to participate.
Last night, the festival featured fictional films. Today is documentary day. It starts at 5 and goes until 9 p.m. Sunday will be an encore featuring both fiction and documentary films. It's all taking place in downtown Stoughton, and you can find tickets on their website, which is sogo.film. For those staying inside tonight, there's clearly no shortage of films and shows streaming. Our Will Loper shares a few of the best in this weekend's 3 Things to Watch.
No friends, no relationships. What we do is too important. When governments fail, the only thing left is the charter.
Newly streaming on Netflix is the film Heart of Stone.
What's happening? Our systems are offline. We've lost a heart.
Gal Gadot stars as a spy on a mission to stop an enemy organization from gaining control of an all-powerful computer known as the Heart.
The heart is what gives the charter its power. It can crash a market or drop a plane out of the sky. If you own the heart, you own the world.
Heart of Stone is streaming on Netflix now.
Please refer to the danger menu for tips on how not to die.
If your seat is in the peril row, you must help us take the machine apart. Your reward is more legroom.
Newly streaming on Apple TV Plus is the series Strange Planet.
Describe your current level of activity.
90% below average.
Give me that mild poison.
The comedic show takes wordplay to a new level as it presents a series of vignettes of little alien people living in a world not unlike our own.
This is the adventure we live for!
Tiny trash.
The first 3 episodes of Strange Planet are streaming on Apple TV Plus now.
1 jitter liquid, please.
Would you like to jitter for 1, 2, or 5 hours?
It's opening night, and a big star drops dead on stage.
Oh my God, my leading man is dead. Is this really happening?
And newly streaming on Hulu is the 3rd season of Only Murders in the Building.
NYPD! The killer is someone in this room.
My show is hanging on by a thread here.
Finding this killer is the only way you'll have a show.
Steve Martin, Selena Gomez, and Martin Short team up once again to solve a murder. This time surrounding an actor played by Paul Rudd.
Look at this cast. They're all killers.
But who would want to kill Ben?
Maybe it was Loretta.
Please don't give up on me. I'm not good at table reads.
Storm's coming. Don't take us that for opening in the rocks.
Jesus. The first 2 episodes of Only Murders in the Building are streaming on Hulu now.
So, Oliver and Charles, what do you talk about?
Murder, mostly. And how to connect to Bluetooth. We talk about that a lot.
Those are the 3 things you need to watch, and this is Will Loper for Weekend Mornings.
Coming up next, a look at our top morning headlines. Stick with us. You're watching Weekend Mornings.
Rest comfortably with brands you can trust at Wanakee Furniture ETC. Create a unique and stylish room with made-in-the-USA products from companies like Smith Brothers of Bern. Select from a wide variety of sofas at a great price.
Bring quality home at Wanakee Furniture ETC.
This summer, happiness is a new Chevy. You can go farther, tow more, and bring along everyone you love. Your road to happiness begins in a new Chevy. Get 1.9% financing on all 2023 Silverado 1500 Crew Cab LT Turbo Max pickups, or current Chevy owners get $7,500 total cash allowance when you trade in an eligible vehicle. Find new roads at your local Chevy dealer.
Hello, I'm Mike Lindell, and I'm here to tell you about my brand new product, My Slippers. What makes my slippers different from those other slippers is my exclusive 4-layer design. I wanted my slippers to have everything you'd ever want in a pair of slippers.
When I first put my slippers on, I was like, wow, they feel great, and most importantly, they have the support that I need in a pair of slippers.
I'm interrupting this commercial to let you know we're having the biggest My Slipper closeout sale ever. Get our all-season My Slippers and sandals at clearance prices. They're made with our patented impact gel that absorbs and releases pressure so you can comfortably wear them all day long. So go to mypillow.com or call the number on your screen. Use your promo code to get our all-season My Slippers, originally on sale for $59.98, now only $25, or our sandals for just $19.50. Quantities are extremely limited, so please order now.
Become a certified direct care professional for free.
Being a direct care provider is a great job. It's motivation to get up and come back because somebody's counting on me.
Direct care workers are essential. They help someone with a disability be seen as a neighbor.
I really wake up every day excited to go to work.
This is something that I'm very passionate about. I want to have a career in this.
Become a CDCP today for free. Sign up at WISCcaregiverCDCP.com.
Looks like they finally got rid of that trip hazard. They pump it full of mud?
It ain't mud, Jack.
Where are the patched holes? Where's the splashed mud?
It ain't mud, Jack.
Concrete lifting technologies can quickly raise and level any concrete surface using cutting-edge foam technology made in Wisconsin. Fast and accurate and eco-friendly.
How did those guys do it? Where are the holes? Where's the mud?
It ain't mud, Jack.
Let the design team at Wanakee Furniture ETC help you find your inspiration and transform your room. Every style, every budget, our creativity, passion, and expertise will help you design your dream space.
Bring quality home at Wanakee Furniture ETC.
This half hour on Weekend Mornings, Madison Police Chief Sean Barnes is one of the 3 finalists for Chicago's top cop position. A decision is expected this weekend. We have the details on that. Also, new developments in the Hunter Biden probe. Jen Sullivan breaks down what the special counsel status means, plus political reaction from both sides of the aisle.
And after a stormy Friday night, we have a quiet Saturday on tap for you. I'll track out how those temperatures look like, as well as when the next chance of rain comes later tomorrow.
Good morning. Thanks for joining us here on Weekend Mornings. It is 8:30 on this calm Saturday. I'm Kyle Pazorski. Let's send it over to Greg Barnhart for a look at your Saturday forecast. Greg, how are you doing today?
Good. The good news is the fog that we had a little bit of an issue early is beginning to lift, so not as many areas now. Pretty much just a lingering few spots out there with some visibility due to some of the fog, and that was because of the rain that we had last night. Overall, big picture shows all that thunderstorm activity has pushed south. The front has, so as you zoom in, we are not seeing much in the way of cloud cover, just a few thin clouds out there. Overall, pretty much most of the area is pretty clear of any precipitation. A few showers earlier this morning across the border, but otherwise we're fairly quiet. Storm reports a lot as you go further north, more to the hail sides, the blue, as you go further west of Eau Claire. Most of this is just, we had just some wind gust of 50 to 60, I think 68 was the one that we had to lacrosse to, so some wind. The good news is with the rain, we had quite a bit of a swamp of 1 to 2 inches. Gets more widespread as you go north of La Crosse towards Minneapolis, so the good news is a lot of areas did see it. That's good news for the drought conditions, and we're going to get more here fairly soon. Overall today, right now we're starting up with the mid-60s in most locations, low 60s further north with that light northwest wind. Then as we look at what we're planning for the day, we should get up to about the mid-80s for La Crosse with a few clouds in the afternoon. That west wind will kick up probably 10 to 15 miles per hour. For Madison, we're looking at similar conditions, low to mid-80s. The west wind 10 to 15 with some cloud cover popping up there this afternoon, but we should remain dry for both locations. Later on, we'll actually do that next round of rain, which is coming here fairly quick, and then what the next week's temperatures look like, all that coming a bit later in the broadcast.
Thank you so much, Greg. We're expected to find out this weekend if Madison Police Chief Sean Barnes will become Chicago's top cop. He's one of 3 finalists for the Chicago Police Superintendent position. Barnes was named a finalist on July 13th, with Chicago Mayor Brandon Johnson having a 30-day window to make his pick for the selection. And this weekend marks that 30-day time. Barnes had previously worked as the Director for Training and Development for the Civilian Office of Police Accountability in Chicago, which was his most recent job prior to becoming chief here in Madison. President Biden will be making a visit to Milwaukee on Tuesday, 8 days ahead of the first Republican debate there. He'll deliver remarks on how Bidenomics is investing in America to grow the U.S. economy. It'll be his second visit to Wisconsin this year. He made a similar stop in DeForest in February, sharing that economic message with union workers at a labor training center. And there's new developments in the Hunter Biden probe. The U.S. attorney who is investigating him has been given special counsel status. This comes after plea talks to resolve tax and gun charges between the DOJ and President Biden's son fell apart this past month. Jen Sullivan breaks down what this all means and the reaction from politicians.
A surprising move in the ongoing probe against Hunter Biden. U.S. Attorney General Merrick Garland announcing Friday David Weiss as special counsel in the case.
It is in the public interest to appoint him as special counsel.
The president's son was charged with failing to pay more than $200,000 in taxes on more than $1.5 million in income back in 2017 and 2018, and illegally owning a gun at a time he was addicted to drugs. Last month, Hunter Biden was expected to plead guilty to 2 tax misdemeanors. In exchange, he'd not face jail time for the gun charge. But the deal between the Justice Department and Hunter Biden fell through at the last moment. The district judge calling the deal confusing and not straightforward. Hunter Biden ended up pleading not guilty. The two parties continued negotiating, but prosecutors finally said talks were at an impasse.
The appointment of Mr. Weiss reinforces for the American people the department's commitment to both independence and accountability in particularly sensitive matters.
This means Weiss will have more power than a typical U.S. attorney.
Mr. Weiss has the authority he needs to conduct a thorough investigation.
The ongoing probe has drawn intense political scrutiny from Republicans, arguing Hunter Biden was given a slap on the wrist because his father is president. This latest development further fueling political divide.
If he were Republican, he'd be in jail by now.
And Democrats firing back.
Allegations of political bias don't seem to hold weight when, Mr. Trump was ultimately in charge of the Justice Department and its handling of this investigation.
Now the criminal case will likely go to trial. I'm Jen Sullivan reporting.
This week on Wall Street, stocks closed mixed, with the Dow eking out a win while the S&P 500 and NASDAQ lost ground. It closes out a week of ups and downs that started with a sell-off fueled by Moody's downgrading of 10 U.S. banks. The Dow Jones adding up 105.25. The NASDAQ down 93, and the S&P falls close to 5. More local news. In Lodi, authorities have taken a man into custody who they say was in possession of child pornography. A 45-year-old man is in the Columbia County Jail after a search warrant was performed at his residence. Authorities say that warrant was the result of after more than a year's worth of investigating. Officers seized various pieces of equipment and hard drives. He hasn't been formally charged at this time, so we're not naming him, but the investigation is ongoing and additional charges are likely. An investigation into a Janesville high school coach arrested for filming students in a locker room is nearly complete, and police say there could be more victims. 38-year-old Brian Kitzman was an assistant coach for the Janesville Craig High School cross country and track programs. He was arrested in early May after police found a camera in the girls' locker room and developed probable cause. Kitzman was responsible. Janesville police say he admitted to recording at least 18 victims, but we're told there could be more. The district plans to update families ahead of the start of the school year. Kitzman is no longer employed with the district and will appear in court in October. A man drowned in Lake Wazi in Jackson County on Friday afternoon. The Jackson County Sheriff's Office said several 911 calls came in Friday about a man not resurfacing from the lake. Bystanders were pulling the man from the water when several agencies arrived. Emergency responders attempted life-saving measures, but the man was already dead. Police have not identified him at this time. One of two men accused of murder in a shooting last month on Madison's east side remain behind bars on a $1 million cash bond. Devontae Gafford made his first court appearance Friday afternoon. He's been charged with first-degree intentional homicide in the death of 20-year-old Devin Grant, who died from injuries after being shot near the intersection of Milwaukee Street and Milky Way on July 13th. Prosecutors called Grant's death an execution. During Gafford's appearance, Grant's mom disagreed over Gafford's bond.
Because he is a flight risk, and my grandbaby was outside when they both got out the car and shot my son. I don't think he deserved bail.
A second man named Mark Parks Jr. has also been charged with Grant's murder, but he is not in custody. Anyone with information on his whereabouts is asked to call Crime Stoppers at 608-266-6014. New data shows Americans' mental health crisis is worsening. Plus, there's a new study showing the importance of getting children to drink more water. Bradley Blackburn has some of this week's top health stories.
New data shows that suicides are on the rise in America. The CDC found suicide deaths increased 5% in 2021 and another 2.6% in 2022. Doctors say the nation needs to address what's become a growing mental health crisis. The greatest increases for suicide were among Americans 45 and older. Groups that saw declines in suicide rates include young people and American Indians. The number of people reporting long COVID is decreasing. A new study by the CDC found patients showing symptoms of long COVID declined from June 2022 to January 2023, but also found 1 in 4 long COVID patients still reports significant limitations to their daily activities. Overall, about 16% of COVID patients say they have symptoms 1 year after catching the virus. And a school-based program promoting drinking water is showing promise against weight gain. Results from the Water First program conducted in the San Francisco area show a 3.2% drop in the prevalence of overweight students after 1 school year. Those are some of the week's top health stories. Bradley Blackburn, CBS News, New York.
Still ahead, a graduation for young adults with physical and developmental disabilities. We'll also look at a back-to-school drive taking place in Madison this weekend. All that plus another check of the weather next here on Weekend Mornings.
At Associated Physicians, our OBGYN team wants you to know that we love taking care of each and every one of our incredible and unique patients. We know it's important to you that your voice is heard because, after all, we want that too. And our patients tell us that's what we do best. Call to schedule an appointment today, 608-233-9746. Associated Physicians, devoted physicians, trusted care. Visit us at apmadison.com and follow the department on Instagram at apmadisonob.
One bite of 100% Angus beef ballpark frank, and you'll say, hello, summer. Oh yeah, it's ballpark season.
Oh, the kids? At your parents'. I ate an hour ago because you completely forgot about the extended anniversary sale at Denver Mattress. Right now, save $200 on our Doctor's Choice lineup, any size, any model. Or check out the Summit Easy on the Wallet for only $299.99. Purchase any Tempur-Pedic and get a $300 gift. And score 2 Doctor's Choice pillows for only $69.99. Plus 5 years no interest and free shipping. But hurry, the extended anniversary sale at Denver Mattress ends soon.
Looks like you've been sleeping well.
Megan, he's back. The MyPillow guy.
And you're looking good.
Still feeling good.
Well, just when you thought it couldn't get any better, we've got the best pillow ever, MyPillow 2.0. I'm interrupting this commercial to let you all know that you have made MyPillow 2.0 a huge success. And because of your amazing support, we've expanded MyPillow's USA manufacturing and jobs. To make room for this, we're clearing out our Percale bed sheets. And to thank you, I'm giving them to you at closeout prices. King size, only $39 a set. Queens, $35 a set. Full size, $29, and twin size, just $25. So go to MyPillow.com or call the number on your screen. Use your promo code to take advantage of this once-in-a-lifetime offer. Get these MyPillow bed sheets now. Once they're gone for good.
Planning a remodel? Don't toss your cabinets, furniture, and appliances. Donate to Habitat Restore. Your items stay out of landfills while proceeds create housing solutions for hardworking families. Build a stronger community with Habitat Restore of Dane County.
Exploring Wisconsin's vital link to the Republican Party's past, present, and future.
Ahead of the first presidential debate in Milwaukee, I'm taking you to the place in Wisconsin where the GOP got its start.
Thursday on News 3 Now at 6. News 3 Now First Warn Weather is taking you beyond the barometer. Email your weather-related questions to firstwarn@wisctv.com, and our team of meteorologists will give you the answers on News 3 Now, live at 4.
Yeah, we've generally got good conditions out there. The fog has lifted. We're up to the mid to upper 60s and generally clear skies out there with some cloud cover. Everything is pushed to the south that we had the activity last night. We're looking at good conditions here for Madison, low 80s up to 84 with that west wind picking up. A few clouds beginning to form this afternoon, but otherwise generally mostly sunny skies. Similar story for La Crosse, mid 80s with that wind picking up, a little bit breezy with that west-northwest wind at 10 to 15, but all in all, pretty typical August temperatures. The last weekend of the Wisconsin State Fair should be excellent conditions today, mid 80s, a few cloud cover out there, maybe a shower well to the north, but I think everything should stay mainly dry. Don't forget about the mirror shower. That's tonight. Generally good conditions here, limited moonlight, and the cloud cover looks to be not that much either, so it's something to keep in mind of. Overall, the temperatures will warm up today, but notice to the north, that's that cool air that's going to come down there, and that's what's going to give our below average temperatures as we go through most of Monday into Tuesday. I'll break down what that means in regards to how much rain we get a bit later in the broadcast.
Greg, thank you. Project Search celebrated the graduation of 11 of its trainees into the workforce on Friday. The program is for young adults with physical and developmental disabilities. Through Project Search, they are able to gain employment through training and career exploration in a hands-on work environment. To graduate from the program, trainees had to complete an internship. They're now ready to begin working and making some money.
Some of them will be going to work for Epic, we heard. Some of them are staying here in the VA hospital. Some are going to be working at the UW hospital and other places. There's different employers and sponsors throughout the city.
Since starting in 2008, Project Search has trained over 1,500 Wisconsinites. This year, there were nearly 200 participants across 28 sites throughout the state. The Goodman Community Center is hosting a school supply drive this weekend with the goal of outfitting 500 local students with school supplies. The center is taking donations through tomorrow. It's asking community members to provide backpacks filled with all the school supplies a student would need for the school year. So that means backpacks, notebooks, pencils, binders, and everything else to be set up for success.
So we're hoping that people go to our website, goodmancenter.org/backpack, find our shopping list, and drop off those supplies that are on that list. We still need a little bit of everything except for scissors. Fiskars made a super generous donation, and we have all the scissors we need, but we still need everything else. So we need people to drop off so we can be sure that we can provide all the kids with supplies.
The center is optimistic it'll surpass the 500 student goal. Last year, the Goodman Center set a goal of providing 200 children with school supplies. But thanks to the generosity of the community, more than 400 students received those supplies. Still ahead, Zach Hanley gives us a look at Friday's news and sports. Plus, you're taking another look outside. Greg has another check of your forecast next here on Weekend Mornings.
Sponsored by Three Bears Resort, Indoor Water Park and Conference Center in Warrens, Wisconsin.
I'm saving with Liberty Mutual, Mom. They customize your car insurance so you only pay for what you need. You could save $700 just by switching.
Oh, let me put a reminder on my phone. On the top of the pile.
Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty. Hello, I'm Mike Lindell, and I'm here to tell you about my brand new product, My Slippers. What makes my slippers different from those other slippers is my exclusive 4-layer design. I wanted my slippers to have everything you'd ever want in a pair of slippers.
When I first put my slippers on, I was like, wow, they feel great, and most importantly, they have the support that I need in a pair of slippers.
I'm interrupting this commercial to let you know we're having the biggest My Slipper closeout sale ever. Get our all-season My Slippers and sandals at clearance prices. They're made with our patented impact gel that absorbs and releases pressure so you can comfortably wear them all day long. So go to mypillow.com or call the number on your screen. Use your promo code to get our all-season My Slippers, originally on sale for $59.98, now only $25, or our sandals for just $19.50. Quantities are extremely limited, so please order now.
You got me.
Tag, you're it.
Imagine a world with no drama. With 4imprint, you don't have to chase down the perfect promotional products. Exclusive apparel, bags, drinkware, and more. 4imprint will help you capture the moment and guarantee to deliver your order on time and on budget. Take the drama out of ordering promotional products at 4imprint.com.
4imprint, for certain.
To everyone who's hungry for something special,
Culver's is the place for us. Hi, what can I make fresh for you today? It's nice being greeted by people who are glad to see you. And I appreciate that they use real ingredients, like fresh beef and Wisconsin cheese. The frozen custard is so fresh and creamy, it tastes like it was made just for us.
It's our pleasure.
Just spending time with family, that's what mealtime at Culver's is all about.
From Wisconsin with love, welcome to Delicious!
Which hotel? Somebody say which hotel? I'm great at this. Dance your faves in the spa-like bathroom. Or enjoy local craft beers with breathtaking views at the Cambria. Book direct at choicehotels.com.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Yeah, although we're going to be dry, we're going to have rain come back into the forecast here for later tomorrow and probably tomorrow night and Monday. Still could be a shower or two north of Eau Claire in those areas, but most areas will stay dry. Then really the rain really comes in Sunday night into Monday. It could be just an all-day type of shower activity, especially north. More rain chances midweek, but that doesn't look as promising. Temperatures pretty seasonable. We'll definitely have a fall-like Monday, near average temperatures the rest of the week. And right now, signs that point to really the hot, humid conditions may be coming back next weekend or the week after that, too. Overall, the drought condition, this is the latest update from this previous Thursday, Friday. Not much change. This doesn't reflect the precipitation we had just last night. Overall, better conditions as you go towards Eau Claire. We're definitely going to see some improvement now because we're going to have more rain. As you look at the rain that we're expected to get with this next system, it actually is focused pretty much right to the north here. Eau Claire area up to there could be 1 to 2 inches, kind of the north side of this low, but a lot of areas further south could pick up a 1/2 to 1 inch of precipitation with this, and this is just through Monday. This doesn't count the rain that we could see later in the midweek. Overall, a few showers you can see with that northwest flow right there in northern Wisconsin later this afternoon and evening, but then we're going to watch the low begin to dig south of Montana. You'll see it deepen, kind of wrap itself up as opposed to South Dakota. It'll start spreading showers here Sunday, and then as it deepens and wraps up, you can see a nice chunk of moisture comes through with really light to moderate rainfall, showers and thunderstorms coming through probably Sunday night, and then it wraps up right over the state here and kind of spins around through Monday, which means we'll just have on and off showers. Drier conditions will work its way back into Tuesday. Wednesday, Thursday, a little weak system. This is just a little front that's going to kind of dig south. It'll provide some opportunity for some showers and storms probably Thursday, Wednesday night into Thursday. This doesn't look as promising. Cooler temperatures and that northwest wind behind it will keep the temperatures once again climbing too high. The severe threat, most of the warm air with this system should stay to the south, so I'm not expecting any severe thunderstorms to go with this Sunday night or Monday as the low pushes to the east. That's the good news with this. Today, we're not going to see much of any of that. Maybe as a shower or two as you go further north of Marshfield to Eau Claire up to northeast Wisconsin. As we go over tonight, we'll have clear skies, good for the meteorite shower viewing. We could see some patchy fog by morning once again in certain areas, and then we'll start seeing increasing clouds throughout the morning hours. The showers will start spreading overhead, I think, through the afternoon. This will be a lot of hit and miss showers. Most areas will stay dry through the afternoon hours into the evening hours. Light, not expecting any type of strong thunderstorm action going on. It'll be really to the evening when we start seeing the first waves, especially approach Eau Claire to Red Wing, and those will just be the widespread showers and thunderstorms up there. Mainly just heavy, light to moderate, steady rainfall. Further south, more going through Sunday night into Monday. It'll be off and on, and I think by Monday, all the area will be covering with a lot of rain going on throughout the Monday into Monday afternoon. That'll keep the temperatures down. Monday, barely hitting 70. There's signs that we may even approach 70. Just stay around there. Otherwise, we'll dry out for Tuesday. The next chance of rain comes midweek. Warming up and drying back out next weekend into the following week. We could get back up to the 90s because once again, it is August. So we haven't seen those in a while, but that's something to keep in mind of as we go towards the next week.
The Packers kicked off their first of 3 preseason games before they really get to see what they have in Jordan Love. Up first, a run-through with the Bengals on the road. Love warming up for his 2 series of the night. And the Packers starter looked pretty good. 7 of 10 for 46 yards. And this tutty dime, the Romeo Dobbs. Love completed his final 5 passes and left with a passer rating of 112.9. After that, it was all the backups. Former Iowa running back Tyler Goodson rumbles in for 6. Packers go on to get the win, 36-19. Watch list season continued to be fruitful for Braylon Allen. The Badger running back was named to the Walter Camp Award watch list on Friday afternoon, an honor that's presented to the best player in college football. Allen has led UW in rushing each of the last 2 years and is coming off a sophomore campaign where he ran for over 1,200 yards and 11 touchdowns. Meanwhile, an old friend alert in Florida. Former Badger QB Graham Mertz has been named the Gators starting quarterback for Week 1. During his time at Wisconsin, Mertz threw for over 5,400 yards and 38 touchdowns. Florida opens up their season against Utah. When the Greek national team hits the hardwood for the FIBA World Cup later this month, they'll be missing a key piece to their roster. Giannis will not be suiting up for his country, saying in a Twitter post that his body is not ready to compete at the level it needs to participate in the World Cup. The Bucks big man had cleanup surgery on his left knee earlier this summer, which caused him to miss 11 games this past season. And that's it for Morning Sports. Have a great day.
Coming up next, a look at an Australian woman's seamstress skills using paper. We go inside our shop next here on Weekend Mornings.
This week's Hy-Vee hot deals are fresh ground beef, $2.77 for a 1-pound roll. Green seedless grapes, $1.48 a pound. And Frito-Lay party-size snacks, only $3.49 each when you buy 3. All week long at Hy-Vee.
Looks like you've been sleeping well.
Megan, he's back. The My Pillow guy.
And you're looking good.
Still feeling good.
Well, just when you thought it couldn't get any better, we've got the best pillow ever, My Pillow 2.0. I'm interrupting this commercial to let you all know that you have made My Pillow 2.0 a huge success. And because of your amazing support, we've expanded My Pillow's USA manufacturing and jobs. To make room for this, we're clearing out our percale bed sheets. And to thank you, I'm giving them to you at closeout prices. King size, only $39 a set. Queens, $35 a set. Full size, $29, and twin size, just $25. So go to MyPillow.com or call the number on your screen. Use your promo code to take advantage of this once-in-a-lifetime offer. Get these MyPillow bed sheets now. Once they're gone for good.
You got me.
Ty, you're it.
Imagine a world with no drama. For the guarantee of high-quality promotional items delivered on time, go to 4imprint.com.
4imprint for certain.
When it's time to remodel your home, lean on the experts at Brothers Maine for all things appliances. As Madison and Janesville's local appliance authority since 1938, our experienced staff will make your project easy from concept to completion. Better than big box, Brothers Maine has a larger selection, lower prices, and professional advice to bring your vision to life. On time and on budget. From sales to install, we do it all. Feel great about your purchases and feel like family at Brothers Maine.
Mark, a little help here?
Oh, keep it down. The noise is making them angry.
Whoa. Hey, I'm not a beekeeper, but I can replace these windows fast.
Let Feldco be the experts in your home renewal. Right now, buy one window and you'll get one free. Plus, no interest for 1 year. And we'll get it done Feldco fast.
Buy one window, get one free, and soon. Hurry. Call now.
Call 866 for Feldco.
It's Hy-Vee's BOGO sale this Friday through Sunday. Buy one, get one free on marinated pork loin or tenderloin. Buy 2, get 2 free on select Coke products. And buy one, get one free on select Dole salad kits. Only at Hy-Vee.
Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
Finally this morning, a 69-year-old freely admits she's a textile addict, and now she's challenged herself by starting to work with paper. Stephanie Reynolds from Tasmania, Australia says that after a long career as a business management consultant, she decided to revive an old passion of hers, but with a twist. That is using glue to create these elaborate paper pieces. She says she loves the way the paper is unpredictable and doesn't behave like any other textile. She's now working to put together a fashion show to show others what can be done with the paper. Greg, that seems pretty interesting how she's putting that all together. I don't know if I'd wear a paper shirt outside, especially with last night's weather, right?
Yeah, I know. When it gets wet, I don't know how that's going to respond.
Well, it's for a fashion show. You don't have rain inside a fashion show.
Yeah, true. I don't know.
Anyway, let's get one final check of the forecast now this Saturday.
Well, we still got, like I said, it's going to be a nice Saturday. Conditions really dry and quiet. That's not going to be a problem. Maybe still some fog once again tonight, standard fog that we had in those places. But then the showers and storms really arrive later tomorrow and Sunday night. Wet and cool conditions Monday. There's your temperatures today. Upper 70s to the north, lower 80s to the south. Tonight, upper 50s, low 60s, a little cooler, but still some fog out there. Tomorrow, not as warm just because of cloud cover and the rain will be moving into areas to the north. And then you look at the 10-day forecast. It's going to be a cool start to the week. Definitely won't feel like August, but it could feel like August once we get to the later half of next week, too.
Thank you, Greg. Thank you all for watching. Have a great Saturday.